Hello and welcome to the reflection phase video. Today we're going to present you the importance of the post-game phase, or as we call it in the educational setting, reflection. Reflection has two phases. The rolling phase, where the characters portrayed in the action phase are taking off their character, and the debriefing phase, where students reflect and discuss their in-game experiences. Essentially, this phase is used as a reflection and evaluation of all the previous stages. Discussion and expression provide insightful and interesting results for teachers to perceive the new experiences, attitudes, thoughts and feelings of students as they were created in the action phase. De-rolling is the conscious and often ritualized process of setting aside the character and reaffirming one's self or primary ego identity as distinct from the character. De-rolling post-play activities are helpful for leaving behind the world of the fiction and the headspace of the character, and for making a comfortable transition to reality, where players are interacting as themselves and not just the characters anymore. They separate the role-play experience from everyday identity and reality, reclaiming or uniting with our own identity again. Now, which are the basic rules? Game leader introduces the final phase to students, explaining the basic rules, which are, first, the third person rule. The third person rule: when a player talks about an event that took place during the action, should avoid to use first and second person. For example, it is preferable to use the expression "your character screamed to my character" instead of "you screamed at me." Second, confidentiality, which asks from all the players to keep what it is discussed during the debriefing phase. Third, no interrupting. It is important to listen actively to each one of the other and don't interrupt each other. Remember that all experiences are equal. The Edularp experience might have been experienced differently from each person, and that is okay, and it's fun. Fifth and last one, the door is open for whoever do not want to discuss further their experiences. Let's step now in the debriefing phase. It can happen in pairs and in groups. Let's see now what is the process in the in pairs process. The students are sorted into pairs. The two players take on the roles of an interviewer and an interviewee, where the interviewee describes their LARP experiences from the player's point of view and the character's point of view. The interviewer listens actively and asks follow-up questions. This might last for 20 minutes. Let's now see how is the process in in-group. Students are sorted into groups of 4 to 6 people, and each group has a group leader who is responsible of asking the questions and makes sure that the basic rules are followed. Questions should be tailored to each particular content of the game. Here are some examples that you can follow. What happened to your character at this Edularp? Were there any situations that were particularly intense or emotional for you? Is there anything you have experienced during the Edularp that you haven't experienced before in your own life? But of course you can create your own questions too. This process might last for 30 minutes. After those two, we are also doing a circle discussion. A full circle can be used to conclude the briefing session as a summary. Everyone sits down in a circle, both students and facilitators, and the participants take turns to talk. 1 minute is the customary maximum per speaker. Participants give their answers just to a single question. For example, how was your Edularp experience? Or, how do you feel now? The game leader leaves the participants with 3 questions for self-reflection. Those questions are the following 3. First, what did me and my character have in common and I want to leave behind? What did my character have that I don't and I want to keep with me? And third and last one, what we can do, what we should do with the problem that we have experienced during this Edularp experience. Closing this, for those of you who want to get a deeper knowledge and dive into the derolling and debriefing phase deeper, you can follow the links in the description. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the activity.